Ladies and gentlemen, 66 Stock Trader here on YouTube, June 15th, 9:11 a.m. Central Time. We're talking CKB, but we're going to stop by Bitcoin's daily chart before we get into all of that. We need to know where the market is going. Now, like I've been saying for the last 10 days, probably since at least June 6th, we need to hop back up into this Fibonacci channel here. And then I said, we will likely trade sideways and at some point here make the decision to hop up or down. I'm very happy to report we have hopped outside of this symmetrical triangle. I did a huge video on this yesterday, folks, but YouTube has shadow banned that video. After 7 or 8 hours, it only had 10 views, and I wasn't even able to search for the video at all. It was crazy. So I decided to delete the video. I felt it was very bad juju. And here we are. I've been also saying this 50 needs to curve and we need to rebound off this 200 moving average. I did catch some flack for saying this the last probably 2 weeks. And people said it's never going to curve. We're going to death cross. Well, it appears that we might be in for a treat here. I'm suspecting now that the market is playing out the way I was hoping it would. We will likely see an inverse head and shoulders here. We can definitely see the possible formation here. And by default, this is what happens right now. I'm going to just throw you guys a little clue here. This is by default what's going to happen. We are going to squeeze up into an ascending triangle, folks. We can see that this line here, bear with me, is going to extend probably up to this Fibonacci time zone. I really do think that maybe towards the end of June, beginning of July, we might see Bitcoin start rallying again. And we're going to come up and test this 200 moving average. Once again, if we can blow past the 200 and the 50 simultaneously, the market's going to look very good. For now, I don't think we're going to get above maybe 42,000 for the next few weeks. I think we might even see Bitcoin kind of come back down to the 37, come back up to the 40, and then maybe start rocking upwards from there. I'm hoping what we are seeing is the formation of an ascending triangle here, folks. This would be huge, and by default, if we trade into this pie slice here, this will give the 50 moving average time to kind of level out with this 200 moving average, and then we can start going up. I think price action is going to far exceed over the 50 moving average, kind of like what it did here. So we might be in for a nice run. On to CKB. Bear with me 1 second while I pull this up. As you can see, we have squeezed into this little triangle, symmetrical triangle, as I predicted. And I do think that June 18th is going to be a little bit of a pivot point for CKB. We can definitely see how we have support at this Fibonacci level right now, and we do have some nice bullish candles preceded by a spinning top. So we might see some momentum upwards here. I'm not saying that we're going to go up parabolically. Nobody knows, and I think it would be incorrect for me to even speculate on that right now. But on the grand scheme of things, we could kind of argue there is maybe a little head and shoulders opportunity here. This shoulder obviously is way too low, but that's really what I'm seeing in the market right now with CKB. And folks, we're going to have to wait and see what Bitcoin does as well. I think for now, we're going to be safe, and we might even see at this point in time on June 18th where we see price action test this 50 moving average. And I think from there, if it gets rejected, we might see a similar setup to what we are seeing with Bitcoin right now if we maintain this trajectory. And obviously, these charts are starting to look a lot alike. So, folks, if you liked this TA, I truly appreciate each and every one of you hitting that like button. Let's hit the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. Where else can you get TA like this? I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.